Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today I am reviewing the 2009 re-version of A Christmas Carol starring Jim Carrey, Gary Oldman, and Colin Firth. Was directed by Robert Zemeckis and is about, well, I don't even think I need to tell you the plot, but just in case if you've been living on the rock for decades, it's about Ebenezer Scrooge is basically a terrible person, and so on Christmas Eve night, three ghosts visit him, past, present, and yet to come. And so they basically show him how much of a terrible person he is and how he needs to change and what will happen if he doesn't. Okay, first off, I need to get this off the bat. This is an iconic story, and I don't think, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows it. I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Also, I just recently read the book for the very first time, and it was excellent. Probably the best book I've ever read. And yeah, I want it. And I've seen this movie like as a kid, and it scared the ever living crap out of me. Yeah, this is one of the main sources of my childhood trauma. But before we get into that, let's get into the positives. The performances are really good. Jim Carrey's really good in this movie, and I'm gonna say it. I like him better as Scrooge than the Grinch. Well, yeah, obviously. I thought he played a better Scrooge than he did playing a Grinch, because to be honest, the Jim Carrey Grinch, now, bear with me on this, isn't good. I said it. Now I'm definitely gonna get hate mail because I know a lot of people like that movie, but I don't. If you like it, that's fine. I just don't like it. And let's see. All right. Colin Firth is really good in the movie. Gary Oldman is really good in the movie. Sometimes he overacts, but he's still really good in the movie. All the ghosts are played by Jim Carrey, and they are all very unique. The Christmas past is definitely the one that's changed the most. He he isn't witty or playful like he is in literally every other rendition. He is kind of creepy. He kind of does sound like he'd be on the. For some reason, I don't know why, he just kind of gives me a weird feeling. Like he's just really weird, and to be honest, probably the creepiest one. And then Christmas Present is the same. He like kind of like Santa or something. He's the same thing. And then Yet to Come is probably the scariest rendition I've ever seen. Like seriously, this dude is straight up the Grim Reaper in this movie. I won't even be surprised if he was trying to take Ebenezer's soul instead of trying to change it, because that's basically what he comes across in this one. He's even part skeleton. I don't even know if that was in any other renditions. I know it was in the rendition of Scrooged with Bill Murray, but you know. All right, and the directing is really good. Like it's very well directed. The movie looks incredible. Like there are a lot of really good atmosphere and shot setups and stuff like that. There are Alan Silvestri's score, as usual, amazing. Now let's talk about the animation, since this is when Robert Zemeckis was in this really weird phase where he was just doing a bunch of motion capture animations like Polar Express and Beowulf, whatever. This movie's animation is better than Polar Express. They do not look like 2D PlayStation rejects. They are definitely improved here. And unlike Polar Express, their faces don't warp around in this one like they did in Polar Express. I don't hate Polar Express, but seriously, the animation is very dated. And this one definitely holds up better. Okay. Anything else I could talk about? Alright. Now let's get into the nitty gritty here. Oh boy. Oh wait. Yeah, there was another thing I wanted to talk about the book. This is probably the closest adaptation to the book I've seen. I saw the 40s Christmas Carol. I've seen Scrooge. Obviously, Scrooge isn't really a adaptation. It's more of a spoof. At least that's what I got from it. This one is definitely the most accurate I've seen. Almost every word is line for line in the book, and even though there are some differences here and there, It's very, very accurate. It's very accurate. All right, now let's get into the nitty gritty, the negatives. This movie is a horror movie. I don't care what people say. This is totally horror. There are some scenes in this movie that were not in the book. They still creep me out. Like the Christmas present melting into a skeleton. What was that? Like, I get it. I get it. They're trying to be creepy, but that wasn't in the book. That wasn't even hinted in the book. In the book, he just kind of faded away. He didn't smelt like at the ending of Raiders of the Lost Ark, or the ending of Infinity War. Nothing like that happened in the book. There are also, oh geez, this movie just, oh man, it just gets too creepy. Like, I like this movie. Don't get me wrong, but geez, this movie goes a little overkill at times. They really brought out the phrase "scare the dickens out of you," didn't they? All right, and there are some tonal inconsistencies as well. Like there are some scenes that are really scary back to back with scenes that are more silly and lighthearted. Like the scene where Scrooge shrinks, and his voice is very high pitched. And his voice is very high pitched. It while this is happening, there is a chase with the freaking Nazgul from Lord of the Rings because he has this freaking carriage of red-eyed black shadow horses. Yeah, that wasn't in the book either. And oh geez, yeah, it didn't really work. All right, is there anything else I could bring up? All right. Not that I could think of, other than the fact that this movie has some tonal inconsistencies at times, and I think the movie gets a little too scary. I feel sometimes obviously I know they had to throw something new in the mix since this story is being redone to heck, almost to the point where you just know the formula by now. They had to throw in something new, and I appreciate they tried to do something new, but I just felt like maybe they kind of go on a little too long. Okay. All right, now let's do the conclusion. In conclusion, the 2009 A Christmas Carol is probably the most faithful adaptation to the book I've seen. There's probably another one. I haven't seen all the billion versions of this movie, of this story. This was the first one I saw as a kid, and even though I liked the movie, it still scared the ever-loving crap out of me. But nothing will ever scare me more than than the remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's a story for another day, though. I'm gonna give the Jim Carrey 2009 A Christmas Carol a B+, and is pretty good. So if you've seen the 2009 A Christmas Carol, what did you think about it? And if you like this review, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.